reduced recruitment cost.
Keep talking.
Plus 100 province growth. Plus 10 horde growth. And 200% increased research.
Oh. So, everybody, welcome to the second part to my Let's Play all of the games that are free on GOG and are technically adventure games. Today, with this one, we'll be playing Dagon by H.P. Lovecraft. Now, this is part of a multi-episode series where basically, the way that this works is Dagon by H.P. Lovecraft is free on GOG. I believe on Steam it's $10. No, Dagon is still free. But basically they sell DLC retellings of H.P. Lovecraft's stories. Okay. And you can get this first chapter for free, whereas all of the other chapters are not free. Now, that does also mean that we need to just mention, fuck you, H.P. Lovecraft. I hope you rest in shit, you racist motherfucker. I hate the fact that you were incredibly important to the development of horror as a genre. But eat shit.
When I die, Lovecraft, I'm gonna be under your bed when you go to sleep at night.
Yeah. Okay. The problem is that I actually think that these games are quite good in terms of like being 3D first-person interactive fiction. This ranks pretty high in terms of like lovingly made, well-made things for people who like the Cthulhu. Dagon is a faithful, interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work focused on story and atmosphere. You will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management here, and movement is limited to progressing through locations along with the plot. Okay, game.
I'm writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
Mm-hmm. Cool. During the game, you will encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue your journey. Others reveal interesting facts about the original short story, its historical background, and the author. Oh, I might need to disqualify this. This might not actually be something that I want to write about. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find these secrets, focus your eyes and look for the Elder Sign. Hi. Are any of you an Elder Sign? Can I move?
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable,
Potato!
I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
Okay. That's... what? No.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or
I take sandwiches out of them.
Oh.
When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess.
Oh no!
Realize why it is that I must
not the slavery to morphine.
Or death.
I'm sorry, but I do think you're a weakling for being. Damn.
It's a Wikipedia article about the history of morphine in the 19th century.
Have fucking standards, damn.
Oh boy. You can read the discovered treaty immediately or go back to them later in the main menu. Turn off displaying trivia if you find that feature distracts you from the story. This can be changed anytime in the options.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
Oh, Braden, I don't know how to feel about this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation.
Yeah.
Does this game have sound?
Yes. Can you guys not hear it?
Oh no. Okay, I can hear him talk. I just can't hear any like background noises.
Alright, I'll boost it up to like 45%. It was pretty loud when it was at like too much. Oh yeah, we got the spooky atmospheric music. Uh-huh.
So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness
Oh, it's the
and
Iron Cross.
consideration due us
I
as
guess I'm
naval
on that
prisoners.
side of World War I, huh? Brayden, I need you to see this tooltip on the history of the Huns.
Oh dear.
This is... Apparently this is playable in VR.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors that 5 days after we
Oh,
were
goody.
taken,
That's
I
what I
managed
want
to
in my
escape
adventure
alone
game.
in a
The
small
ability to
boat
get fucking
with water and
seasick.
provisions for a good length of time.
Okay. You don't say.
I don't know if M laughed at what I said or at something else, but I'm choosing to believe it's at what I said.
Are there any secrets that I missed? Did I miss any elder signs?
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings.
Uh-huh.
Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Cool. That we're just adrift. Dealing with that Cthulhu weirdo, right? Anything else for me to... Any elder signs here?
Hello, TurboTax ad.
Nope, I'm getting an
The
ad
weather
for
kept
progressive.
fair, and for
I'm
uncounted
getting an ad
days
for
I drifted aimlessly beneath
That's
the
okay.
scorching sun,
I
waiting either for some
actually
passing ship or to be
reloaded the
cast on the
stream
shores of some
earlier because
habitable land.
Twitch tried to sell me the fucking Hogwarts game.
Uh-huh. We're all stuck. There's no way we can get away from the Hogwarts game. It's not letting us be free. I don't see any elder signs, so let's just continue.
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude
Oh.
on the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
This is definitely something. This is definitely something.
The change happened whilst I slept.
Oh?
Its details I shall never know,
So the Cthulhu happened?
for my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
Oh no. Oh no! Look at the Cthulhu, Brayden!
Oh no!
That's a Kraken, though. I don't think that's the Cthulhu.
I mean, this is interesting as like an interactive art thing.
The fact that they're selling the other episodes for a grand total of $9 for what amounts to, like,
It was to discover
an hour and a
myself
half
half
is,
sucked into a slimy expanse of
interesting.
hellish black mire, which
Yeah.
extended about me
I
in
don't hate
monotonous undulations
that
as
value
far as I could
proposition.
see.
It seems like they did put a lot of thought and care into this.
I've spent $9 on
And in
things
which
that
my
lasted
boat
way
lay
less time
grounded
than
some
an hour.
distance away.
Paid more for an OnlyFans month subscription.
I was talking about like a Subway.
Oh.
Though
talking
one
about
might
food?
imagine that
Well,
my
I mean,
first
I'm talking
sensation
about
would be
eating
of
too.
wonder at so prodigious
I
and
don't even know what I'm
unexpected a
saying anymore.
transformation of
I don't
scenery.
even know what
I
I'm
was in reality more horrified than astonished.
Uh-huh.
know if the local subway has got the
For there was in the
got
air
the fucking
and in the
chicken
rotting
breast
soil a
stocked,
sinister
then,
quality
you know,
which
I'll spend-
chilled me to the very core.
Uh-huh.
The
I'll
region
spend
was
like
putrid
9,
with the
10,
carcasses of
$11
decaying
on
fish
the sandwich.
and of other less describable things which
That
I
bit
saw
Brayden,
protruding
is this
from
an
the
adventure
nasty road of
game?
the unending
No.
plain.
So this gets disqualified, right?
Yes, this is not an adventure game.
This is interactive
This is
fiction.
interactive fiction.
Perhaps I should not hope
Pew,
to
pew,
convey
pew,
in
pew.
mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell
I
in
don't hate
absolute
this.
silence and barren immensity.
If it's interactive fiction, does that mean you're gonna skip it and go to the next one?
I'm gonna finish this. Definitely.
There was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast
Which-
reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear.
Which short story is this, Brayden?
Isn't this Dagon?
Yeah, it's just Dagon, right? You're on a
Yeah.
boat and then you crash and then you start seeing octopus monsters, right?
The sun was blazing
And then he
down from a
descends
sky which
further
seemed
into
to
the
me
underground
almost
city and
black
finds
in its
out how
cloudless
the
cruelty,
Cthulhu's beat
as
the
though
old
reflecting
ones.
the inky marsh
Or
beneath
the
my
ancient
feet.
ones, right? Okay.
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position.
Uh-huh. And that was?
Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the
You could have also
surface,
guessed aliens.
exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden.
I would have also
under
accepted
unfathomable
aliens.
Watery depths.
Oh, hey, Brayden, Crusaders of Might and Magic is on sale on GOG.
Oh, don't
So
worry, I
great
got it
was
years
the
ago.
extent of the new land
Or you
which
could
had risen
suggest it.
beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise
It's not
of the
an
surging
RPG.
ocean,
I know.
straining my
It's a,
ears as I might.
it's a
But
not
it is
RPG.
something I'll play at some point.
Nor were there any
Oh, I did mean to. I'm still kind of confused about how you get these, like, weird elder signs for the weird history trivia stuff. Let's talk to this dead
For
halibut.
several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens.
Okay.
As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time.
Oh.
That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
Yeah, this is just Dagon, isn't it?
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
Okay. Sorry.
The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
Oh, no. Whatever shall I do?
Have you considered dying about it?
Have you considered death? That's my favorite Worf quote. Have you considered dying? You could die. That's the quote, right? You could die.
Yeah, but
All day
what
I
if
forged
madness?
steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Oh! Update on what Gorok's capstone ability is for his personal tree. The Great White Lizard trait now gives you not only regeneration, but also plus 100% battle healing cap.
Ooh.
Good to know that Gorok will literally just never fucking die, ever.
Cool.
Even harder than before.
Yeah, it's not like he was dying. Oh, there's a dead whale. That's sad. Let's put some TNT in it.
Alright.
I'm trying to scan for, like, these extra tooltips and, like, trivia, and I'm not seeing anything, and I don't know how to trigger it.
That night, I encamped, and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
I'm sorry. Did Gorok start with a Bastillodon Revivification Crystal in Immortal Empire in the last game?
I don't know.
I feel like he didn't. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance.
Sweet.
An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface.
You don't say, huh?
Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill.
In the shadow of the hill.
I know not why my dreams were so wild that night.
You know why your dreams were wild. Someone's been doing morphine.
But ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the
That's a
eastern
nice word,
plain,
gibbous.
I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more. Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again.
Man, I'm still now thinking about that Necronomicon really bad misclone that I played a while back. Remember that, Braden?
And in the glow of the moon,
Yeah.
I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day.
Now that was a bad game. That might actually be my least favorite, like,
Without the
thing
glare
that
of
I've
the parching
played.
sun, my journey would have cost me
Like,
less
it's up
energy.
there. It's in the top 5. Just because that entire end game where you're in that Cthulhu maze is so
Indeed,
goddamn
I
awful.
now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
Okay. So, that's, Can't see anything else. I'm not seeing anything else.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me.
Okay.
But I think my
Oh,
horror whose
didn't
black
mean to do that.
recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine.
Okay.
I felt myself on the edge of the world.
Well, I mean,
peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night.
have you... Okay.
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost.
Oh, he said the thing. He said Paradise Lost. He did the reference.
And of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness.
This is the actual thing of H.P. Lovecraft's works that I just generally don't like is like the flowery language, the overbearing post-Victorian era language and diction.
As I had imagined.
I just remembered that I was hungry. I'm gonna dip and make some mac and cheese.
Oh, have fun with that.
Yeah. Have fun with your games. Good night, you two.
Good night. I'm gonna eat a big stick of meat and some cheese with crackers and bread, and then maybe some soup.
Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded.
What did you eat for dinner, Brayden?
For a descent.
I had some salad.
You were healthy? Fuck you.
Whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
Look at you being Mr. Healthy Health. You don't need to make me feel bad about my life choices. I feel like every pause should have, like, a secret that you're trying to find.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely.
Oh, it's a cube!
I scrambled.
Oh no, not a cube.
Down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath.
The gun is good.
Gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated.
The penis is evil.
All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which
So,
rose
Zardoz?
about 100 yards ahead of me.
Zardoz.
An object that gleamed white.
Zardoz.
Zardoz speaks to you. God, we should do a movie night where we watch Zardoz. We should watch Zardoz. Brayden, we should watch Zardoz together. If we can watch the Star Wars Holiday Special together, we should watch Zardoz together. You're not really my friend until you watch Zardoz with me.
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself.
You must not have very many friends,
I
then.
don't have very many friends. I can count them on one hand.
But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature. A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express.
Uh-huh. So, a boner? A sensation you can't express? I'm trying to see if there's any secrets. Oh. Moon's not a secret. I guess we'll just
But
check out this
despite
thing.
its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith,
Uh-huh.
whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures. Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
There's a fan patch for Dark Corners of the Earth, right, Brayden?
Yes.
Does the GOG version have the fan patch by default, or do you have to, like, go out and get it? Yep, still not finding any of these secrets. I got one.
The moon, now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that hemmed in the chasm,
Ooh.
and revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions, and almost lapping my feet as
Is
I
Dark
stood
Corners
on the
still
slope.
worth playing? I know for a fact the end of that game just completely peters out. Like most games that are based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Boy, that sure is how I feel about the more modern ones.
Across the chasm, the wavelets
I'm
washed
glad
the
you
base of
played
the
that
cyclopean monolith.
Cthulhu game.
Yeah. That game's not good.
That game completely falls apart.
On whose
Kinda like
surface
Dark
I could
Corners.
trace both
Yep,
inscriptions
well, I still have the
and
Sinking City.
adventures.
I have the Sinking City. Do I need to play the Sinking City? Is it an adventure game or a first-person thing for you?
It's It seems like it's an RPG that is also kind of like their Sherlock Holmes games.
Not seeing anything.
The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me, and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books. Consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the
I
like.
could go for an octopus right about now.
Taco.
Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world,
Yeah?
but whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain. It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
Who do you think is the target audience for this, Braden?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. They also give you spark notes that explain the storytelling methods of H.P. Lovecraft.
I love 101 explanations.
What? Why? 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 Why are these the secrets that are hidden in the game? Like, people who are playing this game probably already know this or think this, right? Like, why? Why?
Are they trying to do a Walden a game thing? Are they trying to be literature?
I don't... Braden, who is the target audience for this?
Plainly visible
don't
across
know.
the intervening water, on account of their enormous size, were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a Doré. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men. Though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto. Or paying homage at some monolithic shrine, which appeared to be under the waves as well.
Sure.
Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail.
Uh-huh.
For the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer. They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips,
Sure.
glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall.
Alright.
Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background.
Okay.
For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself.
Oh, hey, the Cthulhu monster's big.
I remarked,
Yay.
as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size. But in a moment decided that they were merely
What
the
did this
imaginary
studio
gods
go
of
on to
some
do other than
primitive
this?
fishing or seafaring tribe.
What did they do other than this?
Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born.
Bit Golem, okay. Yeah, they did Dagon, the Eldritch Box, and the Little Glass Bottle. They did Ultimate Fishing Simulator. Okay. So this is from the studio that gave us Ultimate Fishing.
Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist.
That's wild.
I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the
I don't think this is
before
bad.
me.
Do you think this is bad, Brayden? It's
Then,
It's
suddenly,
fine.
I
it's
saw it.
fine, right? It's just
With only a slight
I was thinking
churn
there would
to
be
mark its
more
rise
to
the
it.
surface, the thing slid into view above the dark waters.
oh, okay, there we go. Okay. So something actually animating while he's narrating. That's what I was expecting.
Polyphemus-like and loathsome, it darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith.
This is what I was expecting. Like, I don't know why we went through that entire opening sequence without more animations and weirdness.
About which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, the while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to certain measured sounds. I think I went mad then.
Oh no.
Of my
Oh,
frantic
he went
ascent
crazy.
of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little. I believe I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing. I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat. At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods.
All right.
When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital,
Oh.
brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean. In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention.
There be monsters in the ocean.
Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing.
There's a Cthulhu in the middle of the ocean. It's bad.
Oh no.
Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
Oh, they don't believe me. Aliens, I tell you. Is this literally telling me what the British conservative movement was in the 1800s? Yep. Oh, yes, let's present H.P. Lovecraft's attitudes about world peace while also not addressing the other part of his philosophy.
Yeah. What is this?
It's interactive fiction running in a 3D engine.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist and amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
What? Like, Brayden, everyone that is coming into this knows who Dagon is. Why are the secrets a Sparks Notes explanation about Dagon? If I am a H.P. Lovecraft fan, that probably is like, oh man, they made interactive fiction based off of H.P. Lovecraft. Like, I know who this is. I know that Dagon is the underwater god. They're not even bringing anything new to the table. He is worshipped by a secret cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Like, yes, my guy, there's like 3 books about that. Cthulhu's not everything that H.P. Lovecraft wrote.
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
Ah, he has a copy of the Necronomicon. Ah, yes, Arkham House. What? One of his most questionable decisions, which is Arkham House, involved introducing the good versus evil
like
doctrine.
Chaosium? So is this like Sandy Peterson?
Yeah, kind of.
Let me look into this.
Google August Derleth. Because I don't know if that's 100% true. I think this is a bit one-sided in how it's characterizing this. I could be wrong, though. It is also worth noting that Lovecraft was never really interested in creating a mythology, and the term Cthulhu mythos was coined by Derleth after the author left the mortal plane.
That's true.
Yeah, he just wanted to write short stories, is what I was under the impression, right?
He wanted to write short stories about how he was scared of ethnic minorities.
Yeah, let's also not... You're gonna not mention that part, huh? I mean, you... Like, now all of these secrets are popping off, when previously there was nothing. Or I assume there was not a lot. These days, the word scientist is a widely accepted term, but at the time Dagon was published, it was subject to a wide debate. That's a mixture. That's true and not true. That's a mixture.
It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing. I tried morphine.
Uh-huh.
But the drug has given only transient surcease, and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave.
Uh-huh.
So now, I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
Okay. Lovecraft on tobacco and alcohol. Well, where's the tooltip on Lovecraft on ethnic minorities?
Oh, of course. Of course, he also hated drinking.
He hated a lot of things, Braden.
Often, I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm. A mere freak of fever as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat after my escape from the German man of war. This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply. I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling.
This is a weird shot. This is a weird shot.
Worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of water-soaked granite. I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind. Of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
This is a great shot. Okay. I like how we have the Statue of Liberty.
The end is near.
When...
I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it.
Uh-huh.
It shall not find me.
Oh,
God,
no.
That hand!
Oh, no.
Oh no! Oh, boogity boogity, a
The
hand!
window!
What's at the window?
Or fall to my death and die.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Meh.
Yeah. Meh.
Eh.
Meh.
Neat.
I don't hate it.
Trifle.
So I only got 1, 2, 3, 4. I only got some of the tools. I only got some of the Dagon trivia. I didn't get all of them. But I also think that system's not so great. Like some of those,
I hear a noise at the door. as
oh,
of
it's
some-
just literally, wow, huh. So if you click continue when you reach the end of the game, it just plays immediately the ending. It doesn't reset your progress. You have to hit new. That's a weird. Like, watch this. Apparently I missed one of
I'm
the...
writing this under an appreciable.
Okay, yeah. So I missed...
Oh.
I missed this tooltip. Lovecraft's letters. And there's only one chance for me to pick that up. That sucks. I think that's not a great system for storytelling. Or even sharing information. But whatever. I mean, it's a small little indie thing. We're going to play one more because the next thing I have is like 10 to
Oh, no.
12 minutes. So I'm going to hit end stream, and I will come back with the third and final thing that I'll be doing.